Yo, I'm just noticing y'all can't hear me. I'm noticing y'all can't hear me. Oh, no. Nobody told me. All right. Well, let's start off again real quick, okay? I ended up getting a message from somebody from YouTube, and they said, why are you selling these, which I guess they were talking about the Maxes or the AirPod Gen 2 clones, for $18 if you can easily sell them for $45 to $90? Surely you must be getting them for $3 to $7 to be making any profit, meaning they probably be waste. So I guess what she was trying to say is, hey sir, if you're selling products for $18, why don't you just sell them yourself if they sell for $90 to $45? So what I said was, excuse me, you must not know, or may have not been tapped into the channel or as often as I would have liked for you to be able to leave that comment and jump to that assumption. See, my main point and main cause of me even being on YouTube is for me to build and grow a wholesale website or a wholesale company, and I have accomplished that. I've busted my ass to get a warehouse, busted my ass to get a network of distributors overseas and distributors in the States, and I busted my behind to be able to get contracts with AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and I'm working for a contract with Xfinity to be able to provide their businesses with cases, screen protectors, and accessories of that nature, right? So for you to say, or for you to jump to that assumption that I'm just I guess price gouging, or well, the good old, well, why don't you just sell them yourself if they sell for that much? Because hey, I own 4 phone stores in Philadelphia and I'm trying to get out of that. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to upgrade my business, and I want to be able to work with businesses and work with resellers like us that have problems getting products. Because if you are a businessman or businesswoman, one of the biggest things you want to do is find a problem and what? Solve it, right? So I know the problem I had as a reseller, so I'm trying to solve that problem. Let me stop saying trying. I am solving that problem. I must speak life into what I do. And I don't know if this is a malicious comment, so I'm not addressing it as such, but I do want to say that I make this very clear that my main purpose is not to price gouge. If you want to know how much I get these Hustler pods for, I get these pods for $10 plus shipping, okay? You guys only paying me with this Hustler pod, right? The Hustler pods, I got to pull a calc up. Okay, because I'm very transparent with my thing, right? So $168 for 12, divide that by 12, you're going to be paying $14, right? So $14, not 18. So I don't know where that 18 came from. If I did say it in the video, I usually up price because I don't know how much people are going to be, getting quantity wise. And also, if you were talking about the AirPod Max clones, which are selling like hotcakes as well, you are going to be talking about, let's talk about bread. If you get 12, you're paying $319. This is the most value, the best way, and I'll explain to you why. So divide that by 12, you're paying $26.59. Each of these sell for around $75 to $90. So that's what confused me, is because you are saying the price point of the Maxes, not the clones, and it said $18, but I would never sell Maxes for $18, right? So that's kind of confusing, but these sell for anywhere, let's just say $85 times 12, right? You're making $1,020 and you only spent $319. So you're making $701 profit. Like, understand this, the difference is between me and a lot of other people is, and I know I didn't show it to you guys because I already showed it before, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm not showing it. What the heck? So 319 and then the 12, divide that by that, right? Because it's 319, divide that, boom, that's $26.59, right? But if you sell all of these for $90, or even let's just say $85 times that by 12, you make $1,020. Then we want to subtract the cost of goods, which is $319. We can even do the 12 cent. So you're making $700 profit, okay? And you have to understand, like, this is something people do on an everyday basis. And why do I do it? I do it because I want to be one of the biggest wholesalers competing with other wholesalers to help resellers and businesses be able to get product. That is what I do. That is my field. So when people ask or approach me as if I'm trying to price gouge, it becomes a bit complicated and frustrating because that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to simply be the best wholesaler that I can. I'm trying to grow and build just like we all are, right? And I just want to make that clear because I don't want anybody to think that I'm price gouging or anything. Well, I don't really care what people think because I know for a fact what I offer, right? And I know that I offer what I wish I had as a reseller. I offer free calls to people. I offer free community advice to people. I offer free phone flipping advice. I give free phone flipping advice on YouTube that literally nobody is giving. I teach you how to negotiate. I do as much as I can to help others because I remember how it felt when I was sitting on my grandmom's couch on my ass trying to figure everything out myself. And all I could see is a whole bunch of greedy ass YouTubers talking about dropship. So that's why I give this to you guys because I care and I understand when you hit that subscribe button that it is something that comes with it in mind. I don't subscribe to nobody's channel unless I really bang with them. I don't subscribe to channels. I watch content and go about my day. But when I subscribe to something, that means that I really want that content and I understand it's going to pop up. And when it pops up, I want to get value. So that's why I take pride in uploading so much and providing as much value as possible. Not because I'm trying to finesse or because, I can sell it myself. Of course I can sell it myself, but that doesn't help me further my business, right? I make money phone flipping and selling products already, but that's not good enough, right? If you watch my vlogs, which I got a lot of vlogs coming up, all right? If you watch my vlogs, you'll see I am somebody that consistently wants to get better. I am a hustler. Like, this is not let's hustle until we make something. This is not let me hustle until I get a couple dollars. No, this is hustle so that my daughter don't got to work for nobody. This is hustle so that my son can see me and be like, yo, my dad is working and doing something so he can provide a better future and a better life for me, but also so he can provide for himself. Like, I don't ever want it to seem like I'm just doing it for somebody else. I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing it for everybody that comes after me because guess what? My mama, my grandmother, my uncle, my cousins, my brothers, whoever came before me did not lay the groundwork, so I got to do it. So we have to understand that as people that seek information on YouTube or on TikTok, that, yo, it's in our hands. This shit is in our hands. We're going to grind. We're going to get it. We ain't going to let nobody get in the way. That's 100%. You feel me? So it's like when I put my best foot forward, I really honestly do it with 100% effort, okay? Now, I was saying that with phone flipping, we have an issue, all right? So the issue with phone flipping is that phones went down, and they went down $10 around that amount, especially for the 16 Pro Max, $256. Now, I did some deep digging into why the heck this went down. What's up, Jay? What's up? To why the price went down, right? Because I'm like, yo, I'm not understanding. Like, it's about to be summer, people trying to get their devices. How you doing, Jay? Why is the price going down? But see, what I had to realize is the price is going down because as the summer comes up, there are more people out there finessing. So what I want to do first is I want to break down, even though I've done this before, I want to reiterate and I want to re-inform people of how people are getting these phones, right? Like, when you come and you view me, understand you're getting the raw, honest truth, okay? So number one, people don't get phones by buying them from Apple. Okay, we're not buying new phones from people that are getting them the right way. Apple does not go and say, hey, other people that want to get profit from our phones, come and buy them. No, people are finessing. People are going to stores using profiles, which are other people's credits, other people's social, or they're utilizing somebody, finessing them or paying them to put phones on their account. Then they're walking out with the phones. That is why, hence, you will never get a sealed, non-activated phone. You're always going to get an activated phone, even if it's sealed. I don't recommend buying any sealed phones at all. Okay? The reason why I don't recommend buying any sealed phones at all is because there's so many people finessing and putting fake phones in phones that are not necessarily going to make you any profit, like iPhones that are Android, they have Android software in phones, phone boxes, and you become finesse, you lose your bread. So we don't buy no sealed phones in the first place, okay? But as you guys see, I'm going to be telling you guys the top 3 that I would flip this week. And it will definitely not be any iPhone 16s. Why? Because again, guys, when we are phone flipping, one of the biggest things we have to remember is we want to pay the least and make the most profit. We want to pay the least and make the most profit. So when we look at phones, right, and when we go into phone flipping in general, right, we want to make sure that if we are buying a phone, that we are getting a profit margin of 50 or higher. You can get a profit margin from 50 or higher from an iPhone 16 all the way to an iPhone 13, or even maybe, I ain't gonna lie, maybe not, an iPhone 11, right? But an iPhone 12, that's like cutting it, okay? Now, the phones that I would recommend for you guys to be getting is the 15, the 14, and also, of course, I would say the 14 Pro Max. Now, those are the 3 phones that I would recommend. Why? Because with these phones are very low cost of goods currently, okay? Now, if I go into my offer up and I go and I type in iPhone 14, right? Now, you guys know my main method that I suggest for you to go ahead and source phones is going to be offer up, especially if you're a starter. I don't recommend Facebook because it is slower. It's an older audience. And again, a lot of you guys are finessed into believing that Facebook promotions or Facebook ads are going to help you. Facebook ads only help people that got the shit figured out, okay? A lot of us don't have it figured out. So we pay Facebook ads getting leads, but we don't know how to close the leads, okay? A lot of us don't even know how to negotiate, okay? That's the difference. And you got to realize, y'all, I be spitting facts. I'm not all into if everybody going left, I'm going to go left. No, sometimes if everybody going left, I'm going to look down and see where they going towards. And then I'm going to look at the other way and I'm going to see which one makes more sense. Okay. And then I'll try to go left. But if left don't work, I will not hesitate to turn right and then be by my damn self. Okay. I don't follow trends. I create them. Okay. And let's make this clear. Not following trends does hurt you because sometimes you follow the wrong way and you get the wrong result. But sometimes you end up saving money because you are not being finessed by the system, okay? Now, iPhone 14s, as you guys see around my area, we have a bunch of different prices, but you'll see a standard price point of $600 and then you'll see something like 14. What I want to say is when you see phones like this in your area where people are selling them for different price points, you have to understand the leverage that you have, okay? The reason why I love offer up is because it gives me a flea market vibe. It gives me that vibe where you can actually go and negotiate with people. Now, people may say no. I love when people tell me no. If you listen, if you could only imagine how many people tell me no a day, you guys, your head would spin. People tell me no all the time. It's not about the no. It's about me actually leaving my number and then I'm hitting my phone and saying, hey, man, hey, I want to go ahead and I want to sell it to you, bro. You still trying to buy it? Yeah, I'm still trying to buy it, bro, but I can't. I just spent a few dollars, bro. I can't buy it for that same price, broski. The price going to have to change, my guy. The price going to have to change, that's Sirski. Because when you spend a block, it's going to cost you, bro. It costs you to spend that block, bro. Do it look like I'm into playing games? If you walk away from me once, you ain't going to walk away from me twice. You walk away from me twice. When you come back the third time, you're going to be hurting. Now, I didn't have people do that. But at the end of the day, it's not about being cocky. It's about being confident and understanding that you got the leverage. Because everybody right here, everybody that got these phones listed, they don't got the leverage. I got bread. I got money. I got moolah. They got phones. You can't buy you a double cheeseburger with that. You can't go ahead and go on a trip with that. You can't do nothing with that phone until I buy it. So understand your leverage. Understand your power. All right? So, one, when you see prices so, I'm pointing at the screen like y'all can see me. When you see prices so scattered, you see the 600, the 260, utilize this and understand that now the market is messed up. It's messed up. I'm refraining from cursing. It's messed up because what happens is, right, this person that's selling it for 600, best believe they see that somebody around is selling the T-Mobile one for 250, and then this person selling this one for 260. I'm sure this person is selling theirs for 260 because they see this 250. See, when people are selling phones, they look at what other people are selling their phones for. Some people will say, I'm going to try to go shoot for the stars and do the 600. All right, cool. But that don't stop me from literally going here and saying, yo, let me look at what this person, let me look at the description. Unlocked iPhone 14. This ain't new. See? And also I see that this is a picture. I see that this person's taking a picture of another phone, bro. Like, you don't even got the phone in your possession. So I wouldn't even bang with them for, like, to be honest, this is a scam. Because you see, I ain't even worried about it. But I bet you and guarantee you these ain't scams. Hey, these ain't scams. iPhone is unlocked and can go with any carrier. iPhone has some damage with the screen. We don't care. However, the screen is not cracked and can get fixed. Cool. This is where I'm going to tell you this right now. This is where a phone flipper should go ahead and say, yo, I'm going to go buy this phone. I'll offer this person $230. I'm going to go ahead and use probably like 50 to 60, maybe even 90 to go fix this phone, depending on, the prices in your area. And also, you want to get a connection with the repair shop, which I teach you how to do that in the community as well. Listen, y'all, book a call me, and it would change your month in life. I'm telling you that right now. I don't take advantage of time, and I also don't take for granted yours. Now, when it comes to the 260, right? We got to go ahead and argue him down. Cool. We're going to get the phone fixed. We're going to sell that thing. We're going to sell it to a consumer, not to a buyer. The difference is when you sell to a buyer, you're going to sell for less. But what happens is if you want to sell a phone, I want you to think about it in two ways, okay? And then you'll know who to sell to. You can either sell fast or slow. Now, if you sell it fast, you're selling it for lower. You selling it slow, you're selling it for higher. Because if you sell it to a consumer, it's going to be sold really slow, not as fast as a buyer, because a buyer, you can snap your fingers and sell it to the buyer immediately. But a consumer, you got to find somebody that actually values that device for the price that you're going to sell it, which ain't hard. I find myself nowadays selling to a lot of consumers, and I utilize the price list to find out what I should negotiate people down with. Okay, and I'll give you guys an example, okay? I'll give you guys a really good example because a lot of people will look at this and be like, oh, my God, this is a steal. This ain't no steal. This ain't no steal. And see, this is where a lot of people, you got to stop watching phone flippers that don't really flip phones. You want to know why? Watch this. So when I go over to the price list, I can guarantee you this phone is not worth diddly squiddly squat. It's not. Because this is an unlocked phone. Yes, the iPhone 14 unlocked 128. This is a 128, right, y'all? Let's see. He don't even tell us. So we're going to assume that it's a 128, right? All right, bet. It's used, right? All right, cool. These are new. Let's go to used. All right, bet. So look at this. So used, we always go to B grade. B grade is going to be a phone that is out of the box, right? A plus grade is going to be a phone that's in the box and like new. Okay, usually this is the type of phone people put in a box and they'll utilize it to do insurance claims. So they'll have YouTube on for a month, and then they'll tell the insurance company, oh my God, I lost my phone at ShopRite, and then they'll get another one. Okay, you're not going to see a lot of A plus ones. B plus is going to be a device that's like new, no scratches, but it does not have a box, okay? But B is where we all buy. And this is going to be a device that has maybe some scratches, maybe some scuffs, a cracked screen. Well, no cracked screen. But it's going to be, used, okay? Fairly used. Usually this is going to be the column that you're going to utilize in the price list. Now, we see that this one, though, has a cracked screen. Where we don't care about the cracked screen. The cracked screen ain't the problem, okay? Look at the price, though. This phone market value-wise is worth $140. What the heck do I mean when I say a phone is worth market value? What I mean is the phone is deemed as valuable as the buyers will buy it for. The phone is not worth whatever a consumer, what me and you think. The phone is based off of what it sells for internationally and in the States. And what I do is I get 50 plus. I have a current roster of like 70 buyers, but they come in and out of the price list. But because a lot of buyers don't win being a part of this because they're sharing their prices with everybody. But what happens is I average all of the prices out and I find market value. So when I find that market value, now I personally know from this exactly what not to offer. So I would not offer $260 for this device because that device is not worth it, right? And here's another way you could tell. Look at this, iPhone 14, okay? This is somebody that has been on OfferUp for a while. We can click here and we can see they usually just sell phones, obviously, right? $250. The reason they're selling it for $250 because this is probably somebody that sells phones to buyers on a consistent basis. I love OfferUp because what they do is a bunch of people that sell phones on a consistent basis to buyers like me, they'll go on OfferUp and try to find somebody that offers more than us. And what happens is they'll still sell me the phone if nobody beats my price. But what you want to do is beat my price, right? So That's where it comes to market value. You want to know exactly how low to get a phone or how low to start. So what I would say is 140 is the market value. Great. What I would do is I'll say, okay, what am I willing to pay? What do I want to make? I know for a fact that I want to make at least $50. So I want to say 140 plus 50, that's 190. I cannot get this phone for anything where I lose that profit, okay? So I'm willing to pay 190 for this device, okay? But I want to get this person down, right? But I can't tell him 190. That ain't gonna rock out. Let's be real, right? All right, cool. Sometimes you gotta cut your profit if you're dealing with a phone that is dirt cheap, okay? So I know we're dealing with a phone that's dirt cheap. So what I would do, because we know it's 140 and it's not. So let me tell you why these phones are dirt cheap. Because companies give them away for free. Get an iPhone 14 on us. Get an iPhone 16 on us. That's why phones have went down in price, like I said in the beginning. Because a lot of these cell phone companies need to keep door walks. I don't know if you guys know T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T. I work with all these companies with my wholesale website. Hence why the young lady asked me, well, why are you selling products when you could just sell them yourself? Because I work with companies and I provide companies with massive amounts of wholesale products. And now I do it for resellers because this is my dream. This is what I want to do. I don't want to have phone stores where people walk in and get their phones fixed. That is a plateau for me. I've done it. I've did it. And now it's time to move on and be great. Okay, I've learned everything I needed to learn and now I'm moving forward, right? But what I've learned with these companies is that they judge stores off of door walks. If you right now are watching this and you have ever been a sales representative for T-Mobile or AT&T or Verizon, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's about how many people walk into the store and then how many people do you convert. It's called conversion. Now tell me that another phone flipper that you guys watch on YouTube is spitting that shit like I am. Shit, I wasn't supposed to curse. But a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people don't know that the reason why phones are free is because they want people that's paying their bills. They want people that's walking in the stores to walk in and get a new phone, right? So, and these companies don't get paid on the iPhone. They get paid on the service. So they'll offer a free phone knowing that Apple will take that hit because Apple is good. Apple's going to get a percentage on the back end, right? All right, cool. So now that that's explained, what we would do is we would say, all right, 190 is the least that, you know, like that's 150, cool. But I know for a fact that person, I mean, yeah, that's $50 profit, not 150. But I know this person not gonna go down to 190 immediately, maybe. So what I would probably say is I'll talk to this person. I see that this person has been somebody here on this platform since 2019. I know they're legit. So what I would do is I'll probably be like, all right, bet. Listen, I can do, and I believe I got a video out that I shoot so many videos, I don't even know what's out. I can do, and then I would say a price, right? So I'm just trying to be as realistic as possible with you guys. I really want to say 190. I do. I really want to say 190, right? The reason is because this is going to be a price that he's going to be like, well, that's $60 away from what I want. He going to come up. I ain't coming up not one bit, but probably $10. The main point is I'm only going to pay $200 for this. Why? Because the market value is 140. Okay, so I know for a fact that I'm gonna get paid 140 from a buyer, but I'm not selling it to a buyer. Y'all get me? Why? Because this shit is too low. Let's make this clear. Because this is where some of my students get messed up too. Just because the price is this don't mean I'm gonna sell it to you. See, you gotta learn how to finesse buyers just like they finesse us. See, you're giving me prices telling me what you're going to pay for phones for, right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to use your prices and then I'm going to buy phones and then resell it to regular people that value the phone higher if I don't like your price. If I like your price, so if we talking about a price like, I mean, I can get an iPhone 15 Plus, which is one of the worst phones out for lower than this. I could probably get a 15 Plus right now for like $250. So I'll go ahead and get this, and then I'll sell it, whether it's a B plus or a B grade, to a buyer. I'll take a $30 to $50 profit. Why? Because phone flipping is not about always making the most. It's about making what you can as fast as possible. You want to get the money you put out back as soon as possible. If you're somebody that sits on phones and you just sit on phones, you're going to be stuck, broke, hurt, and you might get in trouble. because people might report their phone stolen. They might blacklist it. You never know. That's why you have to make sure you're being smart about how you're flipping. All right. I hope you guys are staying with me, chat. Y'all staying with me. Y'all staying with me. All right, cool. So that is market value. All right. I'm about to get off in a second though, guys, because I got a basketball run to go to. But I wanted to make sure I came live for you guys. Now, when it comes to this phone flipping prices, you got new phones, used phones, Samsungs, iCloud locks, iPads, Apple accessories, Apple Watches, MacBooks, all of that, right? Now, this is a price list that we have so that you know market value, so you can either sell to what? Sell to a buyer or sell to a consumer. If you're looking into phone flipping and maybe you didn't get started yet, you want to start with a certain amount of money, okay? All right, you want to start with a certain amount of money. Now, the certain amount of money is going to be a change fund. That's what I call it, change fund, because I'm used to working in stores. I'm very into logistics, because if you're not into logistics, you'll do what I did with my first store and go broke. So I'm very into numbers and being held accountable and holding myself accountable when it comes to when it comes to what is he talking? I don't know. When it comes to making money, I don't know what the hell I was saying because people are just blowing me off track. But point blank, period, guys, you want to make sure that you are maximizing your conversions with phone flipping by not spending as much as you may think, okay? A change fund is all about holding yourself accountable to a certain number. Let's say I got $1,000 right now. I got $1,000 to phone flip, right? As I showed y'all in the price list, right? These phones are not that expensive, okay? If you don't have a price list, or if you're only selling utilizing a free price list, you're not going to know market value. Market value is not the value that is deemed on a price list, because on a free price list, because a free price list, the benefit of it is that a free price list is a price list from a refurbishing company like Atlas. They're a company that works with We Sell Cellular. I've already exposed this. I've already shown you guys in videos. If you look back on it, where I think it's the video where I show you how to where to buy phones at, like just legit phones at wholesale. We Sell Cellular. I can show you. We Sell Cellular. Hold on, let me log in. I'll show y'all real quick. All right. So We Sell Cellular. This is a place where Atlas sells the phones you sell to them, and they just sell it to We Sell Cellular. We Sell Cellular sells it to us higher. That's all it is, bro. No. What phone flipper out there is telling y'all this? I'm just asking. Like, you gotta know the difference between somebody that do it and somebody that don't. Somebody that live it and somebody that don't. Listen, I live this shit. This is what I do every day, all day. This is me. I don't clock into a job. I don't ride around in my car and no disrespect to nobody that clocks into a job or anybody that does DoorDash or anything. I don't do that. I don't do that because I'm so focused on this, right? Like, I'm an expert at this because I failed at it and tried to find ways to get better. So I learned that free price lists will never tell you the real market value. And then I learned that paid price lists are only paid because you got to pay the buyers to be a part of it. Now, that change fund we were just talking about, you want to start with anywhere between $200 to $300. The reason is because that is a price point where you can get maybe one good phone or even two. But you don't want to go ahead and spend a $700 investment on phones or $1,000. If you got $5K that you can work with, don't even use the $5K. Use $300. You want to fuck up stop cursing. You want to mess up, if you are going to mess up, on phones that are lower than $300, because you don't want to take that chance of buying a bunch of phones and messing up and then losing all of your change fund. Change funds are basically like, let's think of a Walmart or whatever Publix or whatever is in your area, like a grocery store. You know, when they're at the register, that till that they have, it starts with a certain amount of money. Usually it's $150 every single morning, right? That $150 is what the starting point is, and then all of the money that they put in that register throughout the day, they put in there, and then they take the money, the leftover money from the 150 and put it into a bag. That's the cash drop. But that 150 stays in that drawer. Your 300 will always stay 300. So if you buy a phone for $300 and you sell it for $400, you take $100, put it into your business bank account, but you put that $300 back and start flipping it again. Okay. And then eventually what you'll do is you'll take a little bit out of your profit and put it into your change fund and start feeding your change fund from a little bit of your profit. You split your profit by 50%. All right. So guys, that is really how you break down this phone flipping game. Those are the phones that I recommend you guys to flip, man. I'm going to go live and talk about reselling soon too. But I got to eat, and then I got to go get some runs and get some workout and get a workout. Today has just been really good. I made a really good video about something, and I can leave y'all with some motivation like I always do. I had to come to the realization I had to start telling people no. No, I will not let you borrow any money from me. And this happened to me today, and it was something stupid, okay? Somebody asked me for something really small. It was gas money. But right now, I'm gearing up for some new content I'm going to do for you guys this weekend. I'm going to a festival. So I need to get as much merchandise, and I have to pay extra people to go out at this festival. So this person asked me for some bread. And I'm like, I can give it to them, but like, I don't really see them working for anything or doing anything but asking me for money every day. So I keep giving them bread. And I just snapped out after I gave it to him. I just snapped to myself. I'm like, yo, I gotta start telling people no, because I don't see you busting your ass. See, every single dollar that I get, I work for. Every dollar I work for. And like, as an entrepreneur and being a man and an entrepreneur, it's like a conflict of interest, because it's like, bro, we supposed to be providers. Like, if I got a girl, or, I got a roster of girls, let's say, or whatever. If I got a girl, I got to make sure she's straight. I got to make sure she's good. If she need her hair done, her nails done, or whatever, right, I got to pay for it, right? Fuck no. Absolutely not. And that's what I had to learn. Do y'all know how many people I took care of? Do y'all know how many people I have paid for their flights, their food, their hotels, their Airbnbs, their hair, their nails, their clothes? I done brought people drawers, bras, everything. Everything. And you want to know what they gave me? You want to know what I got after I gave them girls that? Nothing. Nothing. All right. I may have slid up, but that ain't nothing, bro. Because when me and that person done, we done. A woman is an investment. A person, a friend, that person that keep asking you for bread, they're an investment. And my problem with this is, and I'm trying to explain it to y'all. As an entrepreneur, no matter how much bread you think I got, I don't got it. I don't got it. My bread messed up. I don't got it. That's how I'm approaching people now. Because it's crazy that the people that won't even deal with you or help you with your business, they'll ask you for bread. Prime example, I'm making something up. All right, boom, I'm messing with Sally. Sally and me, cool. That's not my wife. That's my girlfriend. Okay? Boom. I feel like if I go out on a date with Sally, I gotta pay. I'll pay that bill. And I pay that bill not because I'm trying to get the box. No, it's because I'm a man. And sometimes as a man, you get conflicted. You start thinking that if you don't, now for the date, I'm paying because I'm a man, and that's how a man should treat a lady. And I want to show that lady that, this is the lifestyle I have and that I maintain, and wherever we go out to eat, I will pay. Okay? Because I am a provider. It's a difference between being a provider and an idiot. Okay? Now, let's say I take that person out to eat, they eat, and then the next few months we dating, then they start asking me for gas bread every day. Then they start like, hey, can you spare $10? Can you spare $20? That shit add up. Hey, I need my nails done. It's just $90. It's just $120. All right, I need my hair done. That's just like $450. And then you just be like, all right, okay. I'm a man, right? So I'm like, damn, like, fuck, bro, like, all right, bro, here, like, it's like You do it because you thinking like as a man, you're supposed to provide. But what I had to realize is sometimes, right, you got to realize that if you pouring that into that person, what are they pouring into you? What are they giving to you? I lived that life, y'all, having that badass bitch next to me. All right? That badass. Okay? Okay? Listen. Listen. If you do research on me, you'll know. Badass. Okay? But are you supporting my business? How are you helping me get bread? And I'm about to really give y'all an example. Because some girls would be like, well, and I'm just using girls as an example but it could be friends too, okay? So, boom. Let's say you live together with a girl. And let's say that girl like, hey, can you give me $100 for my nails? I'm like, all right, bet. I'll give you $100 for your nails. I'm paying the bills, the car notes, and every like food and all that. And then I'm giving you $100. But I'm in this office every day. This is hypothetical. I'm in this office every day. You don't come in here and ask me to help me with my shit. You don't ask me if I need a thumbnail done. You don't ask me if I need something. But hold on. But then you forget to wash your clothes one week. But I'm about to go out and ball or something, and I need clothes. Or I need this, or I need my favorite socks or whatever, right? So now I got to take time from my job, my work, and go wash. So when I go wash, right? Who is going to make up for the $100 I just gave you? That's the difference. When you start thinking like that and you start really realizing, your bro, let me hold some bread because da-da-da-da. All right, cool, bro. But then it's like, all right, bet, I give you the bread, but then you ask me for rides. Or I give you the money, but like, what are you doing that make my life easier? I am not your daddy. That's what I learned today. That was my lesson for today. I don't know why, but it just, you got to learn how to tell people no, I don't got it. But as men, sometimes it's humiliating being like, no, I don't got it. Let's keep it a stack, bro. Let's keep it 100. Like sometimes as a man, whether you married, whether you 30, 50, 60, 12, 13, 17, it's your girl in high school. Hey, babe, can you got $2 so I can get some Skittles? But if you don't give it to her, you look like a broke boy. Man, fuck that. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. Excuse the N-word in the cursing, but I'm broke. That's because it's like, it's so sad as a man that you have to be that person that is just a provider and you don't get nothing back but ass. That's it. That's it. Now, some of us, we have people that pour back into us, and that's when you do this stuff. That's when, I got your back like a broad strap, because I know, listen, here's the thing. A lot of us, we've lent people money that would not be able to lend us money back. I just gave you $100, but if I was on my ass, you wouldn't even be able to give me the 100. I'm good. I don't got it. My money messed up. My money tied up in something. I can't do it. Nope. But then it's like when it's like, oh, but you gotta look like this and you gotta look like that and you gotta drive this and nah. I've learned a long time, yo. I had one of the newest cars out. I hit a deer. Car got totaled. I had a penthouse. Woke up butt naked. Walked out on the balcony, stretching. All cars. Highway, just looking down. I almost did like I'm Tarzan. Lost it. Because when you're trying to keep up with a lifestyle that you don't need because you're thinking people are going to view and judge you based on it, man, you're going to end up broke, bro. Or you're going to end up stressed out trying to keep it. I'm good. Y'all going to see me in hoodies, in my in my work stuff, my brand, my business. Now I'll pop out and wear some stuff, yes, but I will not do it just to impress nobody. I do it if I'm creating content or something like that. But bro, I don't got it. I ain't rich. I don't got it. I am a business trying to grow. Do you think that I need to be taking care of somebody else? I want y'all to think of that, man. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. Jay, thank you for tuning in, man, and giving some comments, man. I appreciate you, Jay. Just tap in with me, man. Jay, hit me up, 445-500-9600, bro. I got a free call for you if you need it, bro. If you need my help, text me, tap in. I appreciate the support. I love you guys, man. And I'm going to see you guys later. I'm about to go ahead and eat and go play some ball, just decompress, man. I've been working all day. It's how hard have you found it to keep up with what you're doing? Okay, I'll answer that real quick. Very hard, very frustrating, very lonely. But I think that it's hard to keep up because I got a family that needs stuff, and then I got a business that needs stuff, and then I got me that needs stuff. So it's hard, right? But and nobody says they're proud of you, and nobody acknowledges you. Nobody says, yo, Brandon, I'm just checking up on you, and I just want to say good job. Or nobody says, yo, I see that video that you made, good job. Or nobody says that close to me, and that's okay. Because, see, what people start doing is they get so close to you, they get used to your hustle. They get used to your grind, and they think that is normal. But they wouldn't have the balls to do it. So it's hard, bro. It's lonely, but I think you end up, every time you get a win, like every time you get a sale, or every time you get a big order, or every time you see somebody leave a review on your products, that's when you get that win, bro. That's when you like, damn, like, this shit feels so good. So it's satisfying, and it makes me happy because it's hard, but why would I want it easy? You feel me? You feel me, Justin? Like how hard it is. It's hard, and it's hard to keep up with. But then I think to myself, well, if it was easy, why would I want it? If I could wake up every day without a mission, why would I want to wake up? If you could play a video game and there's no point of the game, there's no missions, no nothing, it's just a game, and all you do is walk around, would that be fun? No, I want some hard shit. Every day I wake up to a different problem. Every day I wake up to some shit. But I'm so happy for it because I understand that problem that's happening, or that situation I can't get out of, or maybe I'm just depressed that day. Yeah, shit, I just recorded a video crying the other day, right? Saying I was ready to quit. But I love it. I love it because those ups and those downs, they all weigh out. Because now I remember when I was crying in the car saying, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But then today I get a big win and I'm like, yes, let's get it. You feel me? So it's like you start to realize that all you need is you. Because a lot of us that watch this, that may have families, and you may have kids and a wife or something, right? All you got is you, bro. You going to die alone, and people are dependent and pulling on you every way, right? But you got to understand that it's so beneficial when you holding everything up. I just started learning how to resell about a week ago. Bro, great. Tap into the channel, bro. Tap in. I'm going to be live. Tap in. Just, I'm telling you, keep going. You feel me? Keep going. It ain't going to be easy. There's so many people that quit because not everybody got it. And what I mean by not everybody got it is not everybody got what it take to fail and start over. Or not everybody got what it take to fail and keep going. Not everybody can fail and keep going. Not everybody can be like, damn, I can't do it no more. Not everybody can sit there and look at their kid's face and say, hey, baby, I can't take you to Disney World this year. I don't got enough money. It's all in products. Not everybody can sit there and tell their daughters, yo, or tell their spouses, hey, we can't go out the country this year because I want to work on something that's going to be able to allow us to go out of the country every year. Are you willing to take that sacrifice? It's been super difficult starting out, but I know how difficult it is. But it's so damn worth it. I respect the hustle for real, dog. You're very knowledgeable in how to do this shit. Just watch that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, Justin. I really do. Yeah, make as much money as possible. And that's the thing, bro. Ain't nobody gonna believe it. You wanna know something, dog? This changed my life. Boom. I'm with this girl. And I don't have this other store. I think I only had 2 stores at this time. This girl, badass girl, right? Me and her get in an argument. And I ended up having a kid with her. So I have 2 children with the same lady. Me and her are good and everything, but I'm just saying, we broke up. We got back together. When we got back together, she fucking hurt me so bad by saying this. We got back together. She said, why did you didn't hit me up? You didn't contact me. I said I was hustling trying to build my store, my other store. She said, that's crazy because nothing was built. She said, it looks the same and it's doing the same traffic as when I left. Because she left because I was working so much. I said, damn. That hurt my heart. That hurt me. It hurt my ego. Because it made me realize that and what I want everybody to realize is that people that love you or people around you in general, they're judging you. They're judging your progression. They're judging if you start some shit and you don't end it or you don't do it and you just quit. They judging you. I'm telling you, they judging you. And you got some people that love you. My mom right now, she wishing for me to fail. My mom wishing for my business to crash and burn in the ground right now. She want me to go to college. Yes. My mom right now, I think I had a conversation with her yesterday. She's like, yeah, I just want you to get a job. I'm just so scared that one day, this tariffs is gonna, I just want you to get a job, Brandon. I said, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I just sent you some bread. Look at your Cash App. I'll talk to you later. Listen, failure ain't an option for me, buddy. You feel me? So you always going to have people that don't understand you. And they also don't understand how you get back up after being knocked down. I've been knocked down so much and judged so much, but I keep getting my ass up because I don't do this for results. I do this because I want to have a legacy. I don't do this because I want to make the most money while I'm living. I do this because I want to build something so that when I have money and I'm stable, great. But when I'm done and I'm dead, my children can choose to continue doing what I did or continue to have my wholesale business or continue to do X, Y, and Z and make money or sell it or do whatever. But I want to give options. I ain't had no option, bro. I ain't have no option, bro. I had no option but go to college. My mom gave me no option. She said, go to college. I said, no. She said, get out my house. I said, all right. That was how that worked. I had no options. Career day. My son just asked me to go to his career day. Career day, I ain't never seen no entrepreneur. I saw a detective, a police officer, a firefighter, a nurse. But I ain't never seen nobody look me in my eyes and say, hey, Brandon, did you know that if you plan right, you can make money building something of your own? Now, my mom always told me you could do whatever you put your mind to. Don't never say I can't. Until it got to me being an entrepreneur. Oh, you don't have any health care. You're going to have to pay for it by yourself. You don't have any PTO or any pension. You can't retire. I don't want to retire. The fuck I'm going to do retired? Sit on my ass? I could travel to make money now. What do I got to wait for? Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I want this as bad as I want to breathe. I want this as bad as I want to breathe. You understand me? And that's a cliche because people say that all the time. No, I'm dead ass serious. I want this as bad as I want to take the next breath because I understand how it is to go without, and I will never, ever settle for going without or getting fucking crumbs. Never. Never. And you guys shouldn't either. Because there's greatness in all of us, but not everybody has what it takes to take it out. Because it takes depression. It takes loneliness. Looking at people that you love not support you. You know, none of my family has ever came to any of my grand openings except for one person. One of my family members, my little brother, but nobody else. You know, I've had people go to parties and shit over going to an event that I was having for my store to help me grow. I've had people reposting their friends' birthdays rather than reposting my fucking business. I've had people that go to motherfucking gas stations to get motherfucking car chargers when I'm right the fuck here and they can get one from me. I've had people that sat there and chose to get AirPods from other motherfuckers instead of me that are close to me. I've had a girlfriend sit there and say she's going to start buying and selling AirPods, and it wasn't from me. So don't look at nobody and think that they are going to dictate the outcome of your business, because you are your business and you all you got. Telling y'all, bro, you got this. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Jay. I appreciate all of you guys. But don't ever get it twisted, bro. I go live and I put my all into my lives because I understand how it is to have somebody watching your shit and they are on their last leg, or they need some motivation, or they don't know what they're doing and they thinking about quitting, bro. Because I've been there, bro. I've been there. Four walls, me just sitting there trying to figure my life out while everybody else partying, everybody else doing their thing, bro. That shit ain't fun. That shit ain't a good feeling, bro. That shit is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling like you don't got no options. It's not a good feeling like you stuck. It's not a good feeling. It's not. So I'm telling y'all, bro, I felt like that. I still feel like that days. I still have bad days where I want to cry and I just want to go down and go under. But I get up every single time. All right, guys, and y'all can too, man. I love y'all, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Make sure you guys go ahead and be great, man. Peace.